Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy, and today's quick tip is in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to access the hidden Contextual Type Tool menu, which is quite useful when you are working with type in Adobe After Effects. So first, I'll add some text to my composition by clicking on T in the toolbar. I'll click in the composition and then just type out my name. I'm going to go to the Align panel and just align the text to the center. Here is the trick to access the time-saving Contextual Type Tool menu. So with the text layer selected, make sure that you have the Type tool active. So you can click on T for the Type tool or use the keyboard shortcut Command or Control T. Now when you right-click on the text, you get that hidden Contextual menu. And there are a few things in this Contextual menu that you might not have even known was possible. For example, you can easily switch between point text and paragraph text, so I can click on Convert to Paragraph Text, I'll click on the type, and just like that I have myself a text box or a paragraph text. A little trick when you're in the edit mode, if you press the Escape key, that'll bring you back to where you started. Now I have that bounding box, I have the type tool active, so I can just right click to access the contextual menu again. If I want to go back to point text, I can just convert to point text. And a little side tip, well, when you have the type tool, if you click, that creates point text. But if you click and drag, you can create a paragraph or a text box. I'll select the text layer, I have the type tool active, right click. Another thing that you might not have known that you could do, you can easily switch between horizontal and vertical text. So I can just click vertical, and now I have vertical text. Right click again, I can go back to horizontal. Now normally if you click and hold on the type tool, you have to select either the horizontal or vertical type tool, but this way, if you add horizontal text and you decide, you know what, I actually want vertical, instead of having to go and select the vertical type tool and retype, you can just right click and switch between the two easily. Here's a little trick if you have the type tool selected and you want to be able to select your text, but when you click, you go into the edit text mode. All you have to do is press and hold the Command or Control key. Do not let go. You'll see it's going to temporarily go into the selection tool. Now you can click, it's going to put the bounding box, and when you let go, you're back on the type tool, and now you can right click to access the menu. Edit text, pretty self-explanatory. That's just going to allow you to edit or add to the text. If you are editing text and you want to get back to where the bounding box is around the text, if you just tap the Escape key, now you can get back to that contextual menu. Or if you start editing the text and you decide you want to go back, tap the Escape key again. That's going to undo and get you back to where the bounding box is around the text. Down at the bottom, Show Text Panels. That's just going to open up the character and the paragraph panels. And if you don't want those, you can double click to go into the edit type mode. Right click, you'll see the contextual menu change a little bit, and now you have the option to hide those text panels. In the very bottom, Reveal Source Text and Timeline is going to show you the source text property for that text layer. Creating shapes and creating masks from text is something that I do all the time with text. And finally, the right click or the contextual type menu makes it super easy to add and remove text animators. So instead of having to go down to the Layers panel, click on Animate, choose a property, then click on Add, and choose a selector. With my type tool selected, I'm just going to right click on the text. I'll go to Animate Text and choose the properties that I want to animate. I'll just choose position, right click again. I'll add a text selector, in this case wiggly. I'll go down to the Layers panel. I'm just going to make a change to the y-axis of the position property. I'll just type in a value of 10, tap the spacebar, and just like that, I have a wiggly text animator. And to remove text animators, with the text layer selected, I have the type tool selected, right click, remove all text animators. And that is how to access the top secret but oh so useful Contextual Type Tool menu in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. And my name is Mike Murphy. Cheers.